So of course, all of
30
us
minutes of
have
friends
been through
talk
this kind of
about
situation
everything
where
that matters to
you're
women.
at home on your couch,
Welcome to the lounge.
movie and show, and then suddenly you have a text that someone is actually coming towards your place.
Yeah.
What would you actually do, especially if it's a person that you cannot say no, or you would feel like you've always asked them to come, and once they tell you that we're close by, you don't want to tell them to not come, but yet again, you're not ready to host someone.
Yeah, I'll be completely honest. I'll hide and I'll let my mom take over because I'm not dealing with this, honestly. But now that I'm an adult and my mom is forcing me to adult as well,
Right.
and right here where I started learning like the quick cleaning situation. So whatever you can hover, just hover whatever that is in front.
Exactly.
And I clean whatever that is present, whatever that is out there for the world to see. The rest you can hide it under the rug.
Yes.
And get your tea ready. The coffee, there's instant coffee that my mom would always make. Like you just put on like the stove and you're good to go. 5 minutes, you're done. And honestly, thank you so much for like, you know, food services where they will deliver everything. Delivery,
Yes.
they will deliver everything to you
Okay.
straight up. Just check what is the closest one to you and get it. And we're good to go. Of course, spray the place, make it smell like it's shiny and all beautiful and all of that. And we're good to go. Thank you very much. I rest my case.
So, to start out, I have made sure that there's this culture with my friends that they don't think they can come over whenever.
You set boundaries.
There's massive boundaries. So if we're in the car and my friend is like, we need to freshen up, I'm not like, oh, come over and freshen up. Because then she's gonna think she can,
Come whenever she wants.
right?
Yeah.
So you need to make sure you don't give people that impression. Guys, I know it seems like I'm outgoing, but I am not. I'm a very private person. I don't like people in my space. I don't like people in my place. I don't like sounds. I don't like a mess. I don't like it.
And just look, no one is invited.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I
No
better
one's
not see it.
invited. Okay, so I have like my friend that comes from Bahrain and she stays over. I'm more than happy for her to stay over. She can stay over when I'm not even in the house, right? And this one more person that's also allowed to come and stay over. All my other friends barely ever come over.
Yeah.
So the issue is with my life, I am out the whole day. So whenever I'm home, it's like late night to shower, get ready, pack for the next day, do the clothes, you know, for myself for, you know, TV and work and all of that. So whenever I have time to actually be at home, I don't want people over. But I've had moments, like for example, my friend, she doesn't know this, but my friend surprised me, to be completely honest. Usually I'll know that my friend from Bahrain is coming and she would be like, I'm coming in 2 days or whatever. One day she woke up, she was in a bad mood. She's like, listen, I'm driving over, I'll be there in 3 hours. And I know she drives fast and she will be there in 3 hours.
Yeah.
And when I tell you 3 hours were not enough, they were not enough because I had just come out of like a full season of filming where I haven't had, like my showers were calculated. You know, I really had no time. So I'm just looking at my room. I have like this corner of my couch filled with clothes that I've already worn to TV, a corner with boxes and bags, you know, of new clothes that I'm gonna wear to my episodes. And then it's a mess. It's just a mess, you know, full stop. And I know that I cleaned everything up while I was crying, having a meltdown.
Yeah.
You know, and by the time she got there, I'm like, we need to nap. And we did just that. But honestly, all jokes aside, if anyone's coming over, I'm more of the chill, casual host.
Yeah.
So for example, I hate when I go to someone's house and they're like running after you, right? If they give you a drink, they're like, watch out, watch out. No, honestly, if I'm giving someone tea, there's a possibility it's gonna fall. If it falls, I don't care. So
She's extremely, you're just against it. You're done.
yeah, so I will give them to whatever, but I don't like to feel uncomfortable in someone's house. So I make sure if anyone that comes over feels comfortable, but that also means self-service.
Okay.
You know what?
I'm
It
not
makes
serving
sense.
you.
It makes sense.
Honestly, like if we're close enough for you to just show up to the house and come over, you should know where the fridge is. You should know where the snacks are. More than happy to order food and whatever you want for you and order stuff for you. But you know, on the other side, I was speaking to my Bahraini friend and her friends were coming over and she was cooking and making dessert. And I'm like, Tanya, why don't you just order? Like in Kuwait, we just order. And she's like, but in Bahrain, this is so disrespectful.
Yeah, it's true. You show
And it
hospitality.
made sense. I'm like, every single time I'm there, even if I'm there for 24 hours, she would make sure that I would go to her grandma's house. It would be a home-cooked meal. only dessert would be like, you know, what other family members would bring with them to the gathering. Stuff they have ordered. But it clicked that they do serve homemade meals. While in Kuwait, if you want to act like, you know, you have your life together and you're all of that, you're ordering things in. You're ordering like
but that's a shift of culture though.
Exactly.
Because back at the time, it used to be like a home-cooked meal, like the dessert, you make it at home, everything is homemade.
Exactly.
But now it's like the delivery culture is very strong.
Very
took
strong.
over and influenced the idea.
So, like, to be honest, like, this is very important what you just raised, Rita, is because as, let's say, neighbors, my mom and her neighbors have this thing where they actually gather from time to time. Each neighbor would host a gathering in one of their homes. So one of the neighbors was actually a teacher, and she was that kind of person that prepares everything from A to Z. So the dessert is homemade, the main dish is homemade, dinner, any kind of, let's say, salt dish, and sweet, anything that you're gonna have when it comes into her gathering is something that she made from scratch. So it's very nice, and it's not only that, it's very beautiful where you actually look at it and you feel like it's actually been ordered from a restaurant. Because she's really into that kind of very specific detail and how very beautiful it is when it comes into great representation for the dish, for the serving, and many things in that. But when it comes into our home, if you're just coming for a gathering, let's say a neighbor gathering at our home, it's just going to be a normal casual one where the tea and the coffee, let's say, pots will be there. Just serve
yourself,
enjoy your time. If we're being seated, let's say in a normal seating, you'll see my mom grabbing the golden chair, the one that shouldn't be moved, and pulling it towards her friend and just enjoying their time. So it's very different from a person to another, and how they see themselves, especially as hosts, when it comes into their home, their environment, and what they like and dislike. So I have this friend. I remember we went to her home. She was newlywed, and she's that kind of person who likes everything in specific order and precise. She doesn't like anything to be moved and changed. So one of our friends is really clumsy. So I remember once she saw her, she told her, if you're gonna spill that drink on the carpet or on the rug, you are going to clean it immediately. So it was something that had been said, and you were laughing about it.
But that's uncomfortable.
But like, imagine you were laughing about it, and it actually happened.
And it got serious.
I'm scared for that.
And I
girl.
was like,
I am too.
I was like, seriously. And it was, the thing is, I don't blame her, because like, imagine it's like this color, the white rug, and then there is a red juice being spilled.
I mean, but it's a guest though. Can you blame the guest though? Like,
seriously,
are you gonna live
she brought everything.
That's what I'm saying.
That's my like.
She brought
situation.
everything, and we actually end up cleaning it. Like, I was very
the guest.
Yeah, we cleaned it. Like, I was very terrified. I was like, let's just rub it. We make it all clean and neat. Like,
I'm never going back there.
Honestly,
but that what happened. That what happened. We actually stopped. Like, the person who did that.
Because you're living like with all kind of awareness and consciousness. Like, you're worried about like doing something.
No.
Once that happened to me in someone's house, I had to like actually like move the carpet low key just to make sure that no one sees it.
It's not obvious.
And then later on, they're like, "What happened to the carpet?" I'm like, "I don't know. Like, something happened." I'm like, "I don't know. Get someone to clean it. It's crazy."
Exactly.
But I have to pretend that I didn't do it. Because it was just, it's just there. What can I do? And I'm the guest girl. I'm not gonna be cleaning your carpet.
Things happen.
Yeah,
that's the
like
thing.
you
That's
can't
why
force
I'm
me to
telling
do
you.
so.
Yeah.
If I'm giving someone something, I should expect that there's a high
if you have a
possibility
white carpet,
it's gonna spill. So like, you either don't give it to them or you own it. You deal with it.
Yeah,
you know?
Don't invite people to your home, because if you're having like a white carpet, I can't even walk on it.
I can't walk
it's
on
too
it.
Precious.
Yeah.
What's my foot? No, that's crazy. I cannot. But you know what? I miss the days that we used to cook. Nowadays with my friends, we always order. I always get like a takeout. I'm like,
no one
thank
has
you very much.
time.
I don't want to. I don't want to go to the kitchen.
No.
I'll be honest. But back at the time when I was younger, my mom, she made sure that dessert is done by me. She would make the lunch. I would make
you have
dessert.
trauma.
But you know what? I enjoyed it. No, but my mom, she never forced it. She's like, "What do you want to make this time?"
Oh, that's
so
cute.
it was like a bonding moment where everyone in the family does that. But how about this? We go for a quick break, and we'll be right back.
So I know a lot of girls do themes for their gatherings. How do you feel about that? I'm not a big themes girl, to be honest. Like, I just want to come over and chill. I don't want to worry about anything.
Honestly, if it's comfortable, I'm here for it. I love theme gatherings, but it depends on the time, because there are times where you're really exhausted and you really don't have any time to like go and buy the stuff that has to do with the theme. But personally, I have this thing where I always do, and it's been like years now. So I started it when I was 16, and I like a good pajama gathering.
Yeah, amazing.
And you come comfortably in your pajama, get your hair in a messy bun, get your comfort food ready. So if you want popcorn, get your popcorn. If you want like your candy, your favorite everything, get it. We all get our own stuff, and then we put a full table, everything on it. And then of course your favorite romantic movie, we're watching it because we want to shed some tear. And also we're gonna talk about all kinds. We're spilling tea.
We're like everyone.
We're spilling tea.
No one survives.
Yeah, no one.
I like that.
And you got and it's just like super comfortable. You get your blankets as well. Everyone's getting a blanket, and you just sit and talk all night. And it's just so comfortable. So I tend to do it from time to time, which is relaxing. But also like I enjoy a good like a dress up like gathering, and we would call each other. We're like, okay, girls, it's time for us to dress up today because it's been a long time. But it's like once and forever,
right?
Yes.
And you have to plan it prior, like 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
Definitely.
Prior. And I'm like, this day we all dressing up, do your hair, and we put some music on. We got you like
beautiful.
And then we all pinch in regarding the money. Like someone is like mostly specialized in like catering. She's really into it. We all pinch in the money. We're like, we want this and this and this and that, and then she will get everything according to the theme. And that's about like it's like a little party.
I like that. It.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Like, to be honest, I'm a friend. If you told me that the theme is a pajama theme, I would come dressed up with the pajama from, let's say, the moment I leave the house. My mom would be like, "Are you leaving that way?" I'm like, "Yes, it's a pajama gathering." She'd be like, "Okay, have fun." And this is the moment where you really enjoy is when you see your friends actually committed towards the theme, instead of having friends when you tell them like it's a pajama event and then they come in the gathering all dressed up and like, are you serious?
They're not even fitting in. Like they're a sore thumb.
I have to offer, like, do you want my pajama?
I'm not giving no one a pajama.
I think she has the pajama
like
that
spare one.
Because I know we're very alike in that way. We're not sharing.
I usually have like I would give someone like the clothes that I wouldn't wear.
Okay, makes sense.
The pajama that I would never wear. I'm like, you can have.
But I mean, having that, like having these gatherings and then asking your friends to commit to it, and then suddenly, like to me, I would chop you from the list.
Yeah,
you're never attending another
why?
moment.
I don't understand. It makes sense because I'm not allowing it.
Exactly. It's uncomfortable. It's malicious. Everyone's like, why are you not dressed in, you know? And then we're focusing about that situation.
Yeah. You know what?
We're all sitting comfortably. She's not.
She's not. Why are you looking good? For who?
Yeah.
Why are you making me annoyed?
Exactly.
Once it happened to me, once we had like a bridal shower, and then they all had a theme. So it was supposed to be like not really a party, it was more of like a gathering. So it's like the same girls were gathering and stuff like that. And then they were like, you should wear something pink. And I hate pink. I hate it with all my heart. And I don't have anything pink. And they told me like a week before or like 4 days, 5 days before, you know how hard it is to find a pink dress. And put in mind that you're going to someone's house, so it's not really like like a reception or it's a party.
Right.
So you need to find like something simple dress. Girl, do you know how hard it is? I couldn't find a dress till I found one. It took me a whole week to find it.
Yeah.
And then I went to that gathering, and let me tell you why everybody's wearing different color. Ain't nobody wearing pink except the bride.
I would be so annoyed.
Yeah, and the bride was wearing floral as well. She wasn't even wearing pink.
Oh wow.
I hated everybody that night.
Yeah, I'd be angry.
I was angry. I sat there looking at everyone like, what is going on? And they're like, yeah, but because we find a hard time finding the right shade of pink. I'm like, and I said that, and I mentioned, I addressed the issue that it's gonna be really hard for us to find pink. They didn't really care.
Right.
From that moment, whenever they call me for a gathering, I'm coming in with a pajama. Honestly, I don't even dress up. I don't even wear makeup. I'm coming in with a pajama no matter what. And I'm gonna embarrass you guys because the fact that y'all tell me to come with pink and y'all didn't even show up in pink, I'm coming in pajamas. And I've been doing it for like a year or two now.
Yeah.
Done.
I like
that. I'm childish.
I'm all about being petty, to be honest. I live for these moments.
Thank you. Because at the end of the day, your mom is gonna be annoyed from you because she's gonna ask why your friend wearing a pajama. I'm gonna be like, Auntie, she said that. Yeah, I'm putting that on you.
I love
She said that.
Yeah, I am that petty. I put in mind, I'm like old enough, but I'm still annoyed. Don't do that to me.
Definitely.
But seriously, that's very important to always, I mean, be clear. Like for instance, once we had this theme of a fake wedding thing. Like it was the time that all of us, me and my friend, my family, all of us, like we've been through, let's say, 2 years, 3 years without having any kind of wedding invitation or any kind of wedding whatsoever. So we were like, how about we spice things up and make a fake wedding party?
I love that.
And I remember we themed it up to be the 2000 theme, which was all about that curtains and things like that and the silk
You
and
looked
stuff.
insane, didn't
So
you?
we were like, you guys, whoever wants to be a bride can wear a white and be a bride. There's going to be a place for the bride to be seated and everything is
You
on
had the
set.
cochia and everything.
Yes. So can you imagine having that kind of theme? And then all of a sudden, all of the friends and family, the ones who wanted to be a bride were wearing a bride. The ones who didn't want to be a bride wanted to attend as, let's say, a normal
the groom.
wedding attender. They actually attended wearing that kind of outfits they would wear in a certain wedding. And it was very quite interesting. It was really fun, to be honest.
That's amazing.
And what made it really fun is that we had a lot of friends who wanted to be a bride.
Oh,
So you can imagine, like, everyone was sitting, and then we took all
was
of them.
that like a matchmaker situation as well? Because yeah, we're like, oh, there's a lot of single women want to be married now.
It wasn't that way.
My family would do that. I'm like, you know
they
what?
would
We're
see the
canceling
chance
the party.
and they would take it.
The female in that kind of, let's say, place were more from the woman who had, let's say, male brothers or, let's say, male sons.
That's insane.
So the problem is we were all, let's say, feminine at that point. We were all females. Let's say. It was very quite. It was quite fun, but after that, it's like more of a vibe and positive, let's say, energy.
I would have
when then we started having
came in with a suit instead of
Oh,
oh yeah, I would have like a slick bun to match that. Oh yeah, I would have.
We're basically ready to go.
Honestly. Yeah, but that's
Definitely.
incredible. I love that.
It was a really great gathering. It's because all of the people were actually into it. Like, people liked the idea, and your friends were actually up for it, wearing the old outfit, the theme that actually they were committed to the theme, let's say.
Yeah, I had one person who didn't commit to one theme, and it wasn't thing on my part because I would have started something, and it was like also like a bridal shower, again, but it was a gathering. It wasn't like an actual bridal shower,
Right.
And then the theme was for you to like, so it was so it's like a bridal gathering, and then we made it like a pajama night. So it's like a connected. So you start like early, and then at night you wear a pajama. And then so the bride was super chill about it. She didn't even care much. She was pretty relaxed, and it was super amazing. And then out of nowhere, the girl walks in. Her friend, they're no longer friends.
Oh
Because
wow!
I started something. I'm so sorry again. But no, honestly, because it didn't make any sense to me. She walked in, and she was wearing like a white dress, and she was like all out. The spots were on her. The spotlight was on her automatically.
Oh wow!
And I was just confused, and I was like, "Why are you wearing that?" She was like, "It's like it's like a gathering. I want to look nice for everybody." And I was like, "Well, you're not the bride." And I was worried, like I was confused, you know. And my friend, she was like, "No, it's okay. She's my best friend, so it's all right." And I was like, "So thank God I have my other friend there, because I started talking about this. I'm like, what do you think?" Right? And I started, I was spilling tea. And then we switched to the pajamas because we were trying to get comfortable. And she had an extra pajama. Like we were all in onesies.
Yeah.
She had like the the coat, the super nice like layer, with the fur and all that. She was extra. Like, she was like, she's coming from the 60s or something.
Wow.
And I was like, what is this? I was so hurt, and I was like, what is this? And I was like, girl, look at us.
I love that you stood up for your friend, though.
Oh, 100%. And then I was quiet about it, because usually I start something at the party or the gathering. But for this time, for once in my life, I was actually an adult, and I was quiet. And then later on at the other gathering, when she showed up, I was like, you did that.
You did this.
Yeah, and I started a whole fight, and now they're no longer friends because she was trying to take the spotlight.
I mean, in these situations, like, we've seen so many friends, especially when it comes into weddings. Like, I really get really annoyed when I see, let's say you're a very closest friend, and then suddenly you attend the wedding wearing a white dress.
Don't disrespect.
Yeah. Like a lot of people say, it's just the color, it's normal.
No,
so
it's
what?
not.
She's wearing white. I'm like, no.
You guys are gonna die.
You wore white.
No, I would never.
Okay.
But I don't care if someone wears white on my wedding.
Because the spotlight is on you. But you know what? When it's disrespectful?
Yeah, I know.
If that girl's wearing like a huge,
like a whole situation.
Girl, I literally
that happened in my wedding.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
I had two.
No one kicked her out?
I had two, but it wasn't friends. It was my sister-in-law, and it was my my brother-in-law's wife.
No.
Like she didn't have a wedding, so she wore this white gown with feather and everything. The thing is, I knew that they're going to do that, So I didn't go for a brunette bride. I was blonde.
Yeah.
So when everyone entered, they saw her on the kushia and they were like, Hiba entered. They were running and then they realized it's not me.
Oh wow!
And when
that
the
is not
time for
okay.
me came, when they looked at me with my blonde hair and everything, they was like, oh, it makes sense. Like she's blonde and she's the bride in that kind of sense and way. So it was a very bad situation, but I mean, it's a situation in the end, and all of us have been through a lot. I know it's something that Fawzia is going to speak about it.
Not in a
How
minute.
about we take a quick break? So when it comes into themes, I'm very sure all of us, we've been talking about sticking to the theme, not sticking to the theme, go easy with the flow. Tell us about what happens when it comes into that. Like, are you a person that, let's say, when it comes into planning the theme, like, do you go over schedule? Do you think over months from the event itself, or does it happen by itself?
Yeah, I'm gonna answer for the both of us. Okay, at this point, we don't overthink it that much. So if you came over, it's probably by mistake, coincidence, or it was on the spot thing, where it's someone that's literally like your sister,
Yeah.
right? So it would be like, hey, do you want to come over? I don't feel like going out. So please expect self-service. That applies to me and Fawzia, of course.
Absolutely.
Self-service, please come casual.
Yeah.
I'm not planning on changing out of my PJs. If I do, I'm gonna change into really terrible sweats to wear at home. Not even like my nice ones,
Yeah.
you know? So just a comfortable atmosphere. Like, I think we're judged, but at the same time, we should be appreciated. We're
really love
giving
how you-
someone a comfortable space.
Absolutely. And I love how you're speaking for both of us because
Yeah.
it's so 100% true.
Yeah.
I genuinely stopped hosting people because I'm not in the mood. I
No.
don't want to host people. I don't want to prep things. I don't want to take forever. If you want to come to my home, expect that you're going to come in me wearing PJs and I'm putting my hair in a bun.
Yeah.
Don't expect me to make some tea. If you want some tea, we both know where's the kitchen. So we're going to sit there and hold the conversation while you're making the tea for both of us. Because I like when people treat me right. Honestly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, honestly. And if you want to eat, I am not making anything to eat. So
I
we
don't
both
cook for
order.
myself anyway.
Thank you.
To start with.
Yeah.
I'm either gonna die from hunger or I'm gonna order something.
Exactly.
It's as
So we're
simple as
ordering
that.
something.
Sometimes I won't even heat up the food, to be completely honest with you guys. It's
I
really
mean,
bad. I'm so lazy, I don't want to even heat it up. And I think, you know what, if they just deliver it, it's faster. But
Yeah.
we all know it's not.
It's so true. We've been lying to ourselves. But it's so true.
Yeah.
So I just thought, but if I'm ever hosting again, ever, which is impossible, pero we're gonna be completely comfortable. Come in
So
your
comfortable.
PJs, and like it's the slumber gathering type of gathering. It's
Yeah.
comfortable. Come in. We're spilling some tea.
Bring
and
your
then go
own
home.
blanket.
Yes, absolutely. And we are watching something sad. We're gonna cry
We
about
are.
it, and then we're gonna share our emotions at the end.
Guys, I love that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I feel like Hiba's extra though.
Yeah, she is.
To be honest, I love hosting.
I knew it.
You guys,
God.
I always come up with a theme, with an idea, what to do, what not to do, and I always have that kind of thing where I feel like it's not really complete if we didn't add something, and it always has to be maybe 2 hours before the whole event starting. Like I would book something. I mean, like, is it available within 2 hours from now?
Wow.
It's just because I feel like, why did I?
She likes spending
Why
money
did
as well.
I?
I think so.
Exactly. Yeah.
But guys, literally, like, I don't host something for 10, let's say, people, or 20. It
I
could
was
be
just gonna
50
ask
plus.
you that. What?
Yes, like one of
Hold
my
up,
friends.
Hold up, can you repeat
Yes.
that?
50 plus?
50 plus.
So where
like,
do you get
'cause I was
50
like,
people
is it
from?
15?
One of my friends,
It's
one of
true.
my friends always has a saying, is that if you want to meet someone that you didn't meet a long time ago, you will find them at Hiba's gathering. So if you are a person who's really wanting to see such person, you wouldn't come and attend the theme itself.
Wait, so I have
the
a
event
question.
itself.
So do you like mix groups? If you're saying 50 people.
Yes.
No, she definitely mixes.
Yes.
How do you do that? Because
It's-
I don't be
the
mixing
thing-
groups.
the
There's
thing-
like a rule, right?
No, the thing is, I'm the person who knows each group. Therefore, this group will be introduced to this group, but not be very social. So when it comes into having these gatherings, I will bring this group, make sure that their number is set, sitting all together in their own comfort zone, having a different group coming and attending, and then I have my cousins also mixed group where we're also mixed in together.
Is that a hall
So it's
or like a living room?
no, it's a living room.
Mashallah.
Yeah.
Allah
I'm tired.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
So having that said, these are the kind of occasions we actually host, but it depends on, you know, like there's, let's say for Ramadan's gathering,
Yeah, they're huge.
sometimes it gets towards, let's say, having a certain, let's say, gathering in a way we always have to have fun and enjoy. But recently we've decided to make it a one whole event, basically in Ramadan gathering, is because a lot of people do these gatherings, but we don't get to feel that kind of, let's say, relaxed and relieved. So they all love to come and enjoy their time at our spot, at our home, is because that kind of vibe where you don't feel like if you want someone to serve you, you're gonna have someone who's going to serve you. If you want to serve something by yourself, you could go and serve things by yourself. Like everyone knows everything at this home. Like you wouldn't come and feel uncomfortable.
Okay, I love
if
that.
you want to sit outdoors, there's a place outdoors.
But how do you mingle? Like you as a host, right? You got everybody here.
Yeah.
Who are you mingling with?
Well, I mingle with everyone. Like 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, then going there, then coming back again. Then you guys,
your face will be like that.
you guys,
I'm exhausted.
there's also a musician. That like there's going to be a time for us to speak, and then there's a time for us focusing on music and enjoying our
can't.
time.
Girl, that's a whole event.
I
That's
love
not
you,
a
but I would
gathering.
kill myself.
No, that's not a gathering.
But
though.
but
That's a whole
imagine
event.
that's actually a gathering for us. It's not an event.
Is it like an annual thing, or do you do it like on special occasions?
No. This one became an annual thing that we
I love
do.
that because
Yeah.
you go all out.
Yeah, and everyone started to be familiar with each individual in the group itself. But when it comes into normal gathering, if I'm gonna speak out about my certain groups who I don't really mix, only in that event, the one that I actually stay with, it's very fun because I do ask them, what are the things that you feel like doing? Like I remember one of my friends said, I want to draw on a glass. So I immediately brought up all of the setups. And I brought the colors and I brought the glass
You're
and
the
everything. And we
cutest.
just set the whole, let's say, set event, staying at home, 5 friends, drawing on the glass, enjoying our time, listening to music, ordering food, and that's it, you know?
That's amazing.
I
So
love
this is
that.
one of the things
Yeah,
that we
that's
like
cute.
to do as well.
You know what? I like to utilize one of my friends back at the time, uni days, where it was honestly, it was like so great because our gatherings were like usually at the beach.
Right.
So we would gather there, and we had like a girl who sang, and then we had another girl who plays guitar, and it was like
That's
the
beautiful.
prime where you play guitar. It was like a big deal.
Yeah, it was the thing.
So we would just literally get them, and we'd just chill there, and then they would play guitar, and the other girl sings, and like we would get the most random food ever. Of course, there's always like a mini pizza.
Of course.
100%. And we always get like tea or whatever you can get. And you know, at that time, you're just broke. You got no money. So
Of
whatever
course.
you can get, chips, the 100 Fils chips, we're getting it as well.
Definitely.
Like, you know, get your fizzy drinks. And we just chill there, and we like, it was the most beautiful thing ever. And of course, there's always a blanket in my car because you will never know. I'm laying. I developed that happening really young age.
Really early, Fuzia. You've been training.
I know. 18.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, but you know what? Because I keep on getting tired and I trained this habit for a long time. I really
Well-
need to rest, and we need to just like end it right here.